Camp Bonawana.
We hold you in our hearts.
And when we think about you,
It makes me wanna.
SHORYUFLICKS.
what's up, guys? Thanks for watching this episode of SHORYUFLICKS. My name is Mirsky. This is my boy, Will. This is actually movie number 2 that we went for the 2 different movie style that we're doing this time. So this second movie that we're going to review is the Hugh Jackman vehicle called Pan.
Alright, Mirsky. So, I know how you felt about Pan, but why don't you tell the viewers exactly how you felt once you walked out of that theater?
Oh, God. I mean, there was a feeling of kind of just, after I watched the movie. It was all there with good intentions, and it reeled you in with a premise that was super interesting. Basically, the premise of the movie was, what happened before Peter Pan and Captain Hook became enemies, and the premise that they went with is what if they were friends.
Oh.
And it sounds great, but what we got in the movie was just something that was just no one really cared about. It's just like, so the feeling that I got out of the movie just basically was, okay, I'm ready to go see how Captain Hook was before he became Captain Hook. I'm ready to go see Peter Pan, how he was before he became Peter Pan.
Right.
And you absolutely get that, but is it interesting? Not really. I mean, it's a good family movie for if you want to just kind of see something like just for adventure's sake and for the special effects sake, but it's just not really an overall. It didn't play out very well.
Okay. I feel like this is not going to be a fun review.
It's not. I wanted to like it, and I'm a Peter Pan fan from all the way from the original movie to the Robin Williams movie Hook.
So good.
Yeah.
That was good.
And there's no Rufio in this movie, so immediately it's downgraded.
Already down.
Mm-hmm.
Already down?
Yeah.
Gotta have the Asian power in there. Sorry. Alright, so I guess we'll just jump right into it. So, the SHORYUFLICKS 5 topics. Number 1 is watchability. Lay it on me.
You're excited again for the premise, but the actual watchability of it it's hard to watch simply for some of the acting that went down in there, and just overall you don't exactly know where it's gonna go. The adventure is there,
Okay.
but it's just like getting excited for a ride, and then you just figure out that it's a kiddie ride, and that's exactly how you're picturing. So if you're from Jersey, the big Great Adventure roller coaster, I guess right now, is King Dakar or something to that extent right now. I don't know what the actual brand new roller coaster is right now, but you're expecting something of that extent, and you get the teacup ride.
Ooh.
It's not that.
Yikes.
It got me. So the watchability for me was basically a 2 out of 5.
Oh.
2 out of 5.
Yikes.
Sorry. Special effects were good, and the intentions were great, but the watchability for me, if my son was with me, it would have been better, but I just couldn't get excited for it, so it was 2 out of 5.
Whew.
Sorry.
What can you do?
What can you do?
Alright, I guess topic number 2, it's not going to be much better, I guess. Fun factor.
It's going to go hand in hand. I mean, it's just the fun factor, again, is going to be a 2 out of 5, just right off the bat, I'm going to be honest. It's fun to an extent, again, but again, it's like you're going to Disney to go to Space Mountain, all of a sudden you're on the merry-go-round.
In the mall.
In the mall. That's the feeling. If you're an adult, that's the feeling you're gonna get. If you take your kids, it might be a little bit better. But as an adult, if you're sitting through another one of these movies, it's like this was trying to be what they were trying to go for. I feel like the fun factor was just a cross between Pirates of the Caribbean and Harry Potter, but the neutered version of both, which is it's not fun at all. So 2 out of 5. Fun factor.
Okay. Well, maybe we can pick it up in the next category. What do you give in terms of tone?
Well, I mean, tone. So here's what I didn't understand about where the kind of tone they're going for this movie. So the premise of the movie starts out in the early 1940s of World War, during the time of, I guess, World War II, and it's funny that is depicted pretty well as far as the sign of the times in there, and a lot of overacting in the orphanage where Peter is being kept up. Mm-hmm. But when you get to Neverland, here's where the tone gets kind of thrown off for me. There are those great pirate jingles of the past, like yo ho ho, a pirate's life for me. Well, in this movie they sang a Nirvana song. A Nirvana song.
Not that there's anything wrong with Nirvana.
I love Nirvana, but Smells Like Teen Spirit should not be coming out of a pirate's mouth, especially in that era. That's the jingle that they were singing when Peter first gets to Neverland.
It seems like chronologically it doesn't make any sense either.
It doesn't, and I just thrown off like what's going on here? And they followed that. So the second pirate jingle that totally just got me out of the movie already was they sang "Blitzkrieg Bop" by the Ramones, and it's just like, okay, you love alternative punk, great. Why would you put that in there?
And 1940s movie,
right?
Technically themed.
I love Hugh Jackman, and we'll get to the acting in the last category, but I love Hugh Jackman. The tone that he set for Blackbeard was a little bit off for the rest, I guess to play off the rest of the cast, and then just overall the tone again, it's 2 out of 5 for tone. It's just,
oh boy,
it's an adventure movie, we get it, but it just kind of, it wasn't consistent all the way around, so.
I think right now Green Inferno is scoring higher than Pan. Oh no.
No.
Bad precedent.
Bad.
Okay, maybe this will bring it up a little bit. Pace and editing, although I don't think it will. Pace and editing.
Okay, so I'll give one thing. The editing was not too bad. The editing was okay. The special effects were great. I'm not going to say top notch because there's some instances where you could tell, which is a shame. Sure. But given the special effects that you have in today's era, but special effects were good. The premise of the adventure was good, and I think they pulled off the at least the pacing was okay. Again, it was uneven in a lot of parts, but I'm gonna score this a little bit higher. I'll give the pacing editing a 3 out of 5. I didn't see too many any mistakes, I guess, quote unquote, for editing, so right. that'll boost up the score a little bit, but it's. The next part's not going to save. So let's get to that.
Okay, so with a Hugh Jackman-led cast, what do you give the acting? And Rooney Mara, too, actually.
And Rooney Mara's in it, and I hate to do this, but it just didn't do it for me. The acting is going to get a 2 or a 1.5 to 2. Here's why.
Okay.
Hugh Jackman is just miscast for this. Like, the last time you saw him as a quote unquote villain was Chappie, and he wasn't too great in that.
Sure.
Chappie was a little bit of a step above of Blackbeard, but he's miscast. Like, he's not even you can put all the makeup and have him weird haircut and false teeth and all that stuff. It's just the evil or the bad guy that he was supposed to portray didn't really shine through for me. So Hugh Jackman is actually up top there for being one of my favorite actors, but in this one it just didn't. It fell flat.
Flatlined.
Levi Miller, who played Peter, or eventually became Peter Pan, it's overdone. I mean, he's supposed to be the boy with a sense of wonder and awe, and it didn't feel like just natural, the acting from him. And
right.
Everyone had an English accent, I get it, but he seemed to just have an overly English accent, and he may be English, but it just was a little bit over the top. Rooney Mara did the best she could as Tiger Lily. This was actually a controversial casting because Tiger Lily in the Peter Pan lore is supposed to be Native American. I don't know if you knew that. And
Yep.
She did the best she could. I think she actually did the best out of the entire cast.
Doesn't say much.
Because once I get to Garrett Hedlund as Hook, man, this is what took me out of the movie.
Really?
Garrett Hedlund, who I loved in Friday Night Lights, who did a decent job in Troy, was okay in Tron, totally just went bomb on this one for whatever reason. It was a bad So everybody knows that Dustin Hoffman played Captain Hook in the Hook movie featuring Robin Williams in 1991, or I guess 1990, or around then.
Wow, not long ago.
It was just, it's like Garrett Hedlund was trying to be a bad impression of Dustin Hoffman. It was just way over the top. He didn't even strike me as any part of what Captain Hook was supposed to be. I get that we're supposed to see how Captain Hook was before he became Captain Hook.
Yeah.
But it didn't go anywhere.
Right.
And that's kind of what happened to the whole movie. So acting again, I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. Instead of 1.5, I'm gonna give it a 2. 2 out of 5. But for you viewers out there that want to go see this movie, I guess mostly for adults, because I guess if you're gonna see it with your kid, it'll bring up the level a little bit. But I saw it by myself in the theater. If you plan on going to see it by yourself in the theater as an adult, you're gonna want to expect a better story of what happened to Peter Pan and Hook before their epic rivalry. It falls flat on all levels because you're expecting there to be more depth as far as their backstory. It isn't. It's an adventure that they went on when they went on when they first met. That's all. And it ends with, I'm gonna spoil, and this is spoiler alert. So the major spoiler warning is gonna come out right about now. The movie ends literally with them sailing off into the sunset and saying, "Hey, Hook, we're gonna be friends forever, right? Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with what's gonna go on." Something to that extent. And that immediately, I texted Will and said, "This movie is terrible." I just said, "That's it? That's it." We went through all of that, and there was no depth to it. It's meant to be. I guess what they were going for is it's just meant to be an all-out Peter Pan adventure with no depth. I guess that's what they were trying to go for.
Then they succeeded.
They succeeded because from the trailers, and this is why the trailers sometimes could be so deceiving. The trailers were just like, what if you saw Peter Pan before he became Peter Pan? What if him and Captain Hook were friends? What kind of rivalry? See the epic before the rivalry. Blah 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 blah. I was in, and then I was out.
Right away.
So,
did Amanda Seyfried help at all, or no? I mean, she's a very good actress. I mean, she's come a long way since Gossip Girl. Wow, since
Mean Girls.
She's come a long way since Mean Girls. So, I mean, she hasn't...
No? She's in the movie. Again, spoiler alert, she's in the movie for a good 10 minutes. She plays Peter's mom.
That's so
disappointing. Who was in the beginning and in the end.
Yeah, so disappointing.
And it's not helped by her at all. She served the role, and it could have been played by anybody else.
Wow.
Could have been played by anybody else. There's no value added by Amanda Seyfried. She's another great actress, but...
All right.
In this movie, she's just a name.
That's unfortunate. All right, so let's round it all up. How do you want to score Pan? Let's go with watchability first.
2 out of 5.
Fun factor.
2 out of 5.
Tone.
2 out of 5.
Pace and editing.
Well, 3 out of 5.
Acting.
2 out of 5.
Which gives our grand total to a big, fat F. Well, that is unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully for the next Peter Pan movie they can do a little bit better. Thanks for watching this episode of SHORYUFLICKS. My name is Mershki. This is my boy, Will. Like and subscribe even if you hated us, even if you're a Pan fan that liked the movie. We're sorry we didn't like it again. If you see it with a kid, it's going to be a little bit better probably.
Your own kid.
See you next time. Thanks a lot.
Adios.
Peace.
SHORYUFLICKS.